Evan Mahomes with pressure finds a wide open Kelce. Travis Kelce, touchdown! 37 yards for 87.
On a Friday evening that promised a classic NFL showdown, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers took to the field under the bright lights, the air thick with anticipation. The nation watched, waiting for the next highlight from Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' enigmatic tight end who has become a household name, not just for his football prowess, but for his high-profile romance with pop icon Taylor Swift. Every play seemed to carry more weight, every snap more significant as the third quarter ticked away. But no one expected what happened next. With just over 8 minutes left in that pivotal third quarter, a moment of chaos erupted. Chargers defender Tyler Tart, a mountain of a man with a reputation for fierce play, found himself locked in a personal battle with Kelce. It was the kind of matchup fans love, brute force against artistry, grit against grace. The rivalry had been simmering, but suddenly it boiled over. Tart, visibly frustrated and perhaps desperate to send a message, lashed out. His hand crashed against Kelce's helmet, the slap echoing throughout the stadium. The crowd gasped, not quite believing what they'd seen. In an instant, the game's narrative changed. The referee's flag flew through the air, an unmistakable signal that lines had been crossed. Tart was penalized, but to the surprise of nearly everyone watching, whether from the stands or glued to their televisions, he remained in the game. The decision was controversial, sparking immediate debate. Should a player be allowed to stay on the field after such a blatant act? Analysts, former players, and fans all had their opinions, and social media lit up with hot takes. At that point, Kelce's stat line was underwhelming, just 1 catch for 10 yards. But now, all eyes were on him, not for what he had done, but for what had been done to him. Would he retaliate? Would he recover? The tension crackled as play resumed. But the drama didn't end on the field. As the final whistle blew, and the Chargers celebrated a hard-fought victory, the storyline had already moved beyond touchdowns and tackles. Tyler Tart, still buzzing with adrenaline, and perhaps looking to fan the flames of rivalry, took to Instagram. His post was audacious, a pointed jab at Kelce's superstar fiancée. "I'm too swift with it, even in Brazil." It was a bold move, mixing the night's aggression with a reference to Taylor Swift's global stardom. The reaction was immediate and fierce. Swifties, Taylor's famously loyal fanbase, descended on Tart's Instagram like a tidal wave. Sarcasm, outrage, and humor blended as they flooded the comments. One user shot back, "Taylor Swift has more Super Bowls than your team, by the way." Another, clearly upset, wrote, "Involving his fiancée in this while your lady isn't mentioned by Trav or others is really awful. She has nothing to do with it. She isn't a player. She just watches her fiancé play like all the other ladies. Do you always have to involve her in your shit? She has done nothing to you. All this is really awful." The backlash was relentless, the kind of digital storm only Taylor Swift's fans can summon. Notably, Taylor Swift herself hadn't been anywhere near the stadium that night, yet her name dominated the post-game conversation. Her relationship with Kelce was suddenly under a microscope once again, not because of a red carpet appearance or a romantic gesture, but because of a slap on a football field and a taunt on Instagram. In the days that followed, the slap became more than just a moment in a football game. It became a story dissected from every angle by sports pundits, pop culture commentators, and internet sleuths. Was Tart's punishment severe enough? Was it fair to drag Taylor Swift into the controversy? What did this say about the boundaries between athletes and their personal lives? Everyone seemed to have an opinion, but one question rose above the noise. How was Travis Kelce doing after such a public and physical blow? It was Taylor Swift herself who finally offered an answer. In her signature calm, direct style, Taylor posted an update assuring everyone that Kelce was recovering well from the scare. Her message was concise but powerful, a balm for worried fans and a reminder that, beyond the headlines, these were real people dealing with real consequences. The slap and its aftermath were a collision of two worlds, the bruising, high-stakes realm of professional football and the shimmering, high-profile universe of celebrity culture. The incident wasn't just about a penalty or a rivalry. It was about how, in today's world, sports and entertainment are inseparable. Tart's decision to invoke Swift's name in his taunt ignited a firestorm, sparking conversations about respect, boundaries, and the unique pressures faced by athletes and their partners. Was it just trash talk, or had he crossed a line? The debate raged on, with thousands weighing in across countless platforms. For Travis Kelce, the ordeal was something new. He'd taken hard hits on the field before, but this was different. The combination of physical aggression and digital backlash was a uniquely modern challenge. Every angle of the slap, every word of Tart's Instagram post, every comment from fans was scrutinized, analyzed, and meme-ified, turning a fleeting moment into an ongoing saga. Meanwhile, within the Chiefs' locker room, the team pulled together. They rallied around Kelce, shutting out the noise as they focused on their next challenge. But outside, the narrative spun on, with fans and commentators replaying the incident and its fallout in an endless loop. Taylor Swift's update was a turning point. Delivered with her trademark poise, it offered a rare moment of calm amid the chaos. Her words resonated beyond her own fan base, reaching football fans who simply wanted reassurance that their favorite tight end was okay. It was a moment that cut through the noise, reminding everyone that, behind the headlines and hashtags, real people were living through these stories, each dealing with the fallout in their own way. The story of Kelce, Tart, and Swift became more than just a single game or a viral moment. It became a symbol of how quickly sports can spill over into the wider world, how a single incident can dominate news cycles and social feeds, and how even the smallest gestures, a slap, a comment, an update, can have ripple effects far beyond the field. The slap itself was replayed endlessly, dissected by analysts and meme makers, each finding their own angle. The penalty, the decision not to eject Tart, and the reactions from both teams became fodder for talk shows and online forums. Every perspective added another layer, another subplot. Tart's Instagram post, with its pointed reference to Swift, became a flashpoint for bigger conversations about respect and the role of loved ones in athletes' lives. For Kelce, the ordeal was a test of resilience and a testament to the power of fandom. His supporters, diehard Chiefs fans and devoted Swifties alike, rallied around him, pushing back against the negativity and celebrating his recovery. The Chiefs themselves stood by their star, focusing on the games ahead and the goals still within reach. Taylor Swift, for her part, handled the situation with grace, shifting the narrative back to what mattered most, Kelce's well-being. So why did this story capture the global imagination? Because it was more than just football. It was about the intersection of sports and celebrity, the blurring of boundaries in a world where every moment is instantly shareable, and the power of fandom to shape the narrative. For a few days, the slap was everywhere, on television, on social media, in group chats and news feeds. It was a spark that set off conversations about who we are as fans, what we expect from our heroes, and how the personal and the professional are forever entwined in the spotlight. And at the heart of it all were three people: a football star, a pop superstar, and a defender who decided to make things personal. Together, they reminded us that in sports, as in life, the most fascinating stories are never just about what happens on the field. If you're hooked on the drama, stay tuned. With personalities as big as Kelce and Swift, and a rivalry that now extends far beyond the boundaries of the gridiron, this is a story that promises plenty more twists, turns, and headlines. For now, the world waits, wondering what will happen next, and knowing that whatever it is, it'll be impossible to look away.